Hello, students and learning coaches. In this video, I am going to show you how to access the online lessons and stay on track using the pacing guide. Because you are a late start student, you may not have a live course teacher yet. We have hired several new teachers and are working on getting them trained. And so as soon as they are ready, you will be added to their classroom. In the meantime, you will be working on the online lessons and getting quality education through those lessons. To do so, you are going to use these pacing guides to show you exactly what lesson you should be working on. So in the email that you were sent, you will be able to click on the pacing guide that applies to your grade. You can see this one, I am using the first grade pacing guide as an example. So make sure you're on the right pacing guide for your grade. Here we are going to just find your start date. So we're going to look at August 31st in this example. And then we're going to come over and look at each one of your classes. In math, you'll be able to see Unit 1, Lesson 6. U1, L6 is Unit 1, Lesson 6. In the next column, handwriting and writing skills, Unit 2, Lesson 1, and so on and so forth. So these are the lessons that you should be completing on your start date if your start date is Monday, August 31st. So now I'm going to show you how to find these lessons. You will need to sign into the online school using your student account. If you have not set up the student account yet, the learning coach should have received a registration ID. They'll click on set up your account and it'll walk them through setting up their own account and then the student account, and then you will sign in. Once you are signed into the student account, it will look something like this. If you have any live Class Connect sessions, those will be listed here, but like I said, for right now, you won't have any live instruction. The only classes you may see here will be maybe assemblies or story times that you're invited to, or if you have been added to a beginning of year testing session, those will show up here as well. So then I'm going to show you how to find your courses. So the first thing you'll do, let's take a look at math. You'll come to courses and then click on math. And then our pacing guide told us Unit 1, Lesson 6. So I'm going to click on Unit 1. I'm going to come down to Lesson 6. And I'm going to open that up and start working on it. Now it will walk you through everything you need to do. It may have some built-in little quizzes and things like that. And then at the end, it will either mark this complete. I think this one will mark itself complete because it has built-in quizzes. Some of the other lessons, like handwriting, requires that you grab your book, work in your workbook, and then come back here and mark it off. Now, the student is not able to mark it off themselves if it's not a lesson that automatically marks itself complete. So the learning coach will need to come in and do that from their learning coach account, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. I also show that in Learning Coach University if you have completed that. So once you're done with this lesson, you'll come back, you'll go to your pacing guide, and you'll go to the next class. So I'm going to now look at my handwriting and writing skills and do the same thing. I will find that from my courses. Now this is an example or a demo account, so I'm not sure it will look exactly the same as yours if you're in the first grade. And then that showed me that I should be in Unit 2, Lesson 1, so I'm going to open that up. It'll tell me where to go from here. And once I'm done with that, I'll move on to the next one. Now, the other way to find your classes or your coursework, the lessons that you'll be working on, can be from your daily or weekly plan. So I'm going to show you that as well. And the hope is that this will line up with the pacing guide. Once you are added to the teacher's classrooms and have a live teacher, it will definitely line up with what they are teaching. But for your late start date, there's a chance that this might show something different than the pacing guide. So if you come here to the daily or weekly plan, you'll see live classes at the top. You'll see the lessons down below. Now, hopefully it will list math was lesson or unit 1, lesson 2. So I would just click right on the name of that lesson to open it up. But if it lists something else different there, then you will go back up to that courses option and go to courses, the course that you need, and find the correct lesson. The last thing I want to show you is how to access this from the Learning Coach account. So this is what it will look like when you sign into your Learning Coach account. If you have multiple students, you can select which one from the drop-down menu. So then this will show you the same information. You'll be able to see the lessons. Um, Now it's a little trickier to tell from here if this is Unit 1, Lesson 6, right? Because it's showing the lesson name. But you can click on it. It will open that lesson right up, or you can click on the name of the course, and it'll bring you into the same view that you were seeing. And then this is where you are able to mark lessons complete from your Learning Coach account. So if I come down here and I click on this one that's not complete and I know my student has done it, I'll click I'm done with this lesson, save, and it will mark that lesson complete. So that is how you will find the lessons you are supposed to be working on based on the pacing guides. If you have any questions, please reach out and we would love to help you.